The Bridge on the River Kwai is another one of those cinematic masterpieces. A type of film that was filmed on location, or as close to an on location as you could. The bridge was actually something that they built, like they completely built the bridge, and even the nation that they were filming in lent soldiers to help build the bridge with them, and then they blew it up in one take. That is incredible. It is fantastic. It is the type of expert work that makes you just shiver with the awe and inspiration and love of filmmaking that is filmmaking as an art, as a genre, as not just something that you see on the silver screen, but something that is made by the people who build the sets and all this other crap besides. It is fantastic. Bridge on the River Kwai borders on 4 hours, this version at least. I believe there is an extended cut that is 4 hours, but I don't have that cut. I just have this cut, and the cut that I have here does not include the intermission. Is a movie this long would have an intermission. I have a copy of Lawrence of Arabia that kept the intermission in, which would just basically be a blank screen with music playing. It's basically your sign to say, hey, this is the time to get up, go to the bathroom, maybe order some concessions, and then come back before the film picks up again, and you have about 10 minutes to do so. It's, honestly, I miss intermissions and all that stuff, but I get why they're gone, but hey, maybe once every couple of times we have 1 to 2 films that are just so absolutely incredible that they need an intermission. Maybe we need to bring back the epic film. You know, what if Return of the King, Lord of the Rings Return of the King Extended Edition, was actually the original edition, and they played that? You'd need an intermission for a movie like that. It's just too long to not have an intermission. So that Return of the King Extended is 4 hours long. You are not watching that in one sitting without a bathroom break or getting something to eat or getting up to move around or something, you know. Bridge on the River Kwai is like that. Bridge on the River Kwai is one of those extremely long films, and it is also a film that I did not expect it to be what it was. I was expecting some big war film, but what I ended up getting was more of a prison camp movie. And I had seen plenty of those already. There's a movie called Hart's War that I watched with Bruce Willis, who played Colonel Hart. That was a pretty fun one, and that's all about prison camp and all of that other good stuff, and with the Japanese prison camp. This is also a Japanese prison camp, but instead of American soldiers like Colonel Hart in Hart's War, this is about the British soldiers, led by Alec Guinness, who plays a colonel as well. And it genuinely intrigued me with the battle of wills between Alec Guinness and the other guy here, whose name I can't remember. But it is fantastic. I believe it's based off a book. I didn't read the book, obviously. And I don't think the American was in it. They added the American, played by William Holden. They added him in there because they just... That's what the shareholders said. We want an American in here. Whatever. And interestingly, I looked up who wrote it, people behind the screen, like who built this film, wrote the screenplay and all that other stuff. And a lot of the same guys who worked on Lawrence of Arabia worked on this one. And they were American writers who were blacklisted from Hollywood. Which makes you wonder, you know. We blacklisted so much talent in the 50s out of the Red Scare that these people would just take their talents elsewhere. They say, if you don't want to hire us, we'll go to where people will hire us. And they hired these people in the UK, and they made 2 of the greatest films in the history of filmmaking. You know, movies like this, of this caliber, of this quality, could have been America's if you hadn't blacklisted them. This is hindsight, 25, maybe. I don't know if higher numbers are better eyesight or lower. I don't know, but hindsight, perfect 2020, you know. Either way, Bridge on the River Kwai is a fantastic film. There's not much I can actually really tell you about it, other than to say you need to watch it. The 7 Academy Awards, the 7 Oscars that this film won, it most definitely deserved all of them. In fact, it might have deserved a few more of them.